Good afternoon. It's middle of December. I'm not sure what day it is, but I just got back my rims, the 15-inch rims, and the 5x15 tires, and of course they put an inner tube in them. But you can see right in here, it usually with a 16 it rounds a little bit. Here it's flush because it's a more narrow tire, but it looks okay. But what I did, I used John Deere green for the rims, and it did real well. The paint went on smooth and it was great. But we all know rattle can paint is softer than paint shop paint, where you mix hardener with it. So I said, well, this paint job looks so good, I'm going to spray it with clear coat. And I had things set up in my middle bay of my shop instead of the heated part of my shop, and I had it laid down just like this when I sprayed the clear coat. And I don't know, let me see that right there, that clear coat wrinkled up. There's some more places that are wrinkled up. So and the reason I sprayed it with it laying down is to make sure that nothing ran. I want it to look really good. Why it wrinkled up that way, I do not know. The only thing I can think of is it was cold weather. It was probably high 30s to mid 40s the day I painted it. And like I said, with just the paint, it looked wonderful. Now you can see some more of it. So when I went and picked them up, I asked Thomas, Thomas and Mike, the Midland brothers, if he thought I could use a heat gun, would that kind of melt it down? And he said that he didn't think that would work, that it would probably, anything it did with the clear coat, it probably would do with the paint too. And he says the sure thing to do is either ignore it or just take the surface down to a smooth surface, and then just like you were wet sanding, something, to come back with another coat. Get it down where it's smooth and use that where I stop as a base coat, and come back with one more coat of the John Deere green. I wish I could just leave it alone again, but I mean, this one really looks rough. I just don't think I can let that be. I don't know if I put a set of, I do have a set of weights. If I put weights on it, it wouldn't be as noticeable, but right now it's my plan to sand that down, hand sand it, and get it down to the paint, and put another coat on. But I wanted you to see these tires. These are the, can you see? Yeah, BKT tires from Simple Tire, 5x15s, and they're very well made. Got a good cleat. They're just going to be not as much girth. The round of the tire, it won't have as much girth as one that is 6 inches wide. And remember, this is a 15-inch rim, but the diameter, but the width across the top of the rim is actually an inch wider than the the 16-inch rims. So I'm going to get these in. Let me take you on in the shop real quick. You can see I was so anxious to get the tires back. I've got the transaxle done, painted the axles black because they tend to rust up again when you just leave them in storage. So I painted them with black engine enamel paint because it's not real shiny. Almost looks like a primer. Sometimes you can use that paint for your grill, that black paint. It kind of has a dull look to it. But I've got it all right ready to put the tires on. When I put the tires on, it'll be sitting on the ground then, and I'll use my hoist to hold it up. But it's a lot easier to get the frame, the handlebars on after you get it sitting on the ground at the right height. And here they are. I'm trying a different paint. I really like the color. You get, well, I'm sorry, that's not the right one. I'll show you. This is that engine enamel that I used when I paint something black, like the engine on the old Model 8. I use that, but that Tractor Supply, oh here it is over here, paint has a real nice color, and you can see it's supposed to be tractor, truck, and implement spray, and they have red, green, yellow. They don't have a big specific description of the color. I know that Rust-Oleum has like International Red or Troy-Bilt Red. But now the greens, between the green, John Deere green for this and the Rust-Oleum, perfect match. So, but I hope to be getting this together. I'm running out of time. I got to go back to work tomorrow, but next weekend I'm planning on getting this all put back together. And but I needed to get this off my work table because I still have to work on this, the hood. And I think I've decided I'm going to use that aviation stripper. You just brush it on, and right before your eyes, in just a matter of seconds, you'll see the paint will start peeling up. There's that aircraft paint remover. I saw that on YouTube, was impressed with it. It probably works better than anything else I've used, and I'm not talking bad about any of the rest of them, but for speed, and it takes it down to the metal, that aircraft paint remover does a good job. But I hope y'all are doing well, enjoying your December, and next week will be Christmas, and I just hope everybody takes care of themselves and has a good holiday and a happy new year. I'll try to get a video of this tractor put together. I do have what I believe, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I mentioned something when I got this tractor. The day I got it, I mentioned I had a special tractor. This is my next one project, and I think if the way the man described it, it's a David Bradley Handyman. He says, oh, it's smaller than the walk-behind tractor. So I'm thinking it's a Handyman, but I've already verbally purchased it. I just need to go pick it up, and that will be my next project. But I'll show you this one, and I'm going to order the decals for the motor and the hood after I get the Handyman, so I'll know what all to order. And I think I've shared this before. This is who I get my decals from. John is a good guy, has good vinyl letters. You've probably seen his things for sale, his letters for sale and decals on eBay. But I've already talked to him, but I just told him I needed to wait and till I can find out what all decals I'll need for both projects and then get that in. Well, y'all take care. Talk to you soon.